a triple check on the mic. It's good. Now I just need to get the thing from Twitch. There it is. Okie dokie. See if... Yep, there we go. Hello, everybody. Rip, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail. As always, you can follow me on Blue Sky at Rippington on social. And, yeah. As we left off, we dealt a bit of train issues. And now suddenly the Thunderdome appeared. Good. And, Zoralja committed regicide against his own dad. So now we're here to be putting a stop to that. We also had the delightful return of Cat Mom and Cat Bro. Everyone here? Good. This is it, my friends. We go to strike down Zoralja and secure peace for Tulialal. We'll be passing through Shaloni, where there have been reports of enemy movement, so stay sharp. Landsguard had told me about them. They emerged from the dome in quick succession and took the looming overhead. He's for your course, like the vessels into Tuliolal. Indeed, and where they haven't taken any aggressive actions, I want to see how things are in the area before moving on. We'll be passing a few settlements on the way to Shaloni Station. Perfect opportunity to look around. In case, Alison and I know a few locals can help. Now let's divide into two groups. Nerville, Alizé, and Valzin will come with me to inquire with the locals, while the rest of you can go and inspect the dome. So, as everyone has finished, let's reconvene at Shaloni Station. Start with Hisatsuwa, then Hisatsui. That's where the Dust Watch is based, if I remember correctly. Kuto. The Sheriff Kamaka. The Sheriff Kamaka should be able to tell us a few things. Oh, it's you two. And I'll be follow what Clamada's way. Who the sheriff of the Dust Watch, yes? What's the situation, Hisatsui? Well, the enemy hasn't tried to pick a fight with us yet. The ships gave us a shock when they first appeared. They've just been floating there, holding position. That said, our season sent the reports from elsewhere. Investigating to the extent we can, but we're spread thin and haven't looked into the Shitetsui's looked in on Shitetsui's Springs yet. Apparently mechanical soldiers were seen in the vicinity. What? If this is true, then the people there are in danger. I worry about the other townships as well. The rest of you can head to the springs. I'll pay a visit to Mawet Soen. Company Arabelle. See you all in a while. No, come with me, Alizé. All clear this way. Mechanical soldiers don't seem to be in the area. Still, we should talk to the locals. Let's each make rounds and see what we can learn. So it's in the building. Oh! You're helped us the other day. Olika and the others are out investigating, and they confirmed that the weak way is safe. It's after the train had begun its journey back here that the dome appeared. So those who were riding the train then are fine. Oh, what's become of those who disembarked in Yasalani? What a mess. Just as we finished fixing the tracks. This shows no signs of life. It appears to have been run through with a pole arm. Estinian. Fellow got Estinian. Fails in, you can't. As you can see, we're doing all right. After those ships in the sky appeared in the sky, soldiers clad in white showed up and surrounded the town. But to our surprise and relief, the traveler came along and dumped them all in a flash. I'll never forget the way he soared through the air, spear in hand. She might never have the chance to ask his name. We're all safe thanks to him. Well, I can't say the same for those in Yasalani. We haven't heard from anyone there. Oh, Namika as well. Yeah. Exactly. Heard about the spearmen as well? That couldn't be anyone else. What's that? Someone spreading more gossip about me? Nope. It's more about Palestinian. Talk about I say the town travels fast. That's not a discount that held my friend here, of course. We gave those machines a real beating. I thought you'd come sooner or later. You know what's happening. You were indeed the one keeping the people safe. Thank you. Think nothing of it. The automata are particularly strong. The rumor's true. Little Jaja is slain. Great soul. The Relja used some dirty trick to get the better of him. Make him pay for what he's done, mark my words. We're going to help her, I assume. That's the plan. I see. With your contingent, you won't lack for strength. In which case, I will remain at Shaloni and keep an eye on things. That helps us more than you know. I'll send word to my brother before we set off. Find yourself in trouble. Don't take the day to contact Pauna. Pauna? Wait a second, you're the Veil Resolve? I am. You're Zekoa, right? I'll be counting on you to keep everyone here safe. Absolutely! Or those hollow men show up, I'll send them back. Fast gun Shaloni, after all. Malson can attest to that. I'm sure I'm faster. Glad to hear it. We leave Shaloni in your capable hands. Let's get patrolling right away, then. Stay safe out there, and don't do anything reckless. What's
words, eh? Just do what comes naturally. You know me.
Right then, it's time we headed to the station and join the others. Yes, I have a new friend. In a jar. Look at him. Not that. Look at him. Look at him.
Kneel before God!
Sorry. Anyways. Thanks to Estinian, there were no casualties to speak of in Shaloni. The Hetsura were safe as well. At the very least, there were no sightings of soldiers there. What about the dome? Did you learn anything of note? It is composed of exceedingly high concentrations of lightning energy. To even touch the barrier would prove fatal. When approaching it, we must exercise all caution. Then how are you supposed to get inside? If the Raja and his army emerge from within, it would be an entrance.
An entrance, you said?
Entrance, you say? As it so happens, we might have an inkling where one is. These are the engineers of Dawntrail Mailing, which operates a train between Shaloni and Yassolani.
We went out. When we went out to recover the train, we had observed ourselves and look at the dome through a telescope.
It was then that we saw it. A large fortress-like structure that looked like it straddled at the dome's edge. But telling us part of it is inside and part of it outside.
That seems to be the case, yeah.
But we only observed a part. The soldiers were coming and going from it. I'd say it serves as a passage between the outside world and whatever's inside.
But as you'd expect, the area was heavily defended. It won't be easy to get near.
Do you know what became of the passengers who went to Yassolani? Diplomat's nursemaid was among them, a woman named Namika.
What? Afraid not. Only those passengers were headed back here and those passengers who were heading back here are accounted for.
I cannot say for a fact that everything was fine when we arrived. I can say for a fact that everything was fine when we arrived in Yassolani. When that big tremor struck not long after we left the station, I hit the emergency brakes and looked back. All I could see was the dome. What's more, the fortress sits right on the tracks of all places. What are the odds of that, eh? Assuming this fortress serves as a means to pass through the dome, we should first determine how we're to reach it undetected. I don't care if we're detected. I'd say we smash our way inside. Despite how it sounds, I actually gave this some thought. The Raja wants me to prove that I'm my father's worthy successor. If I fail, he'll destroy Tuliyola. By charging in head-on, I make my intentions plain as day. In doing so, keep his eyes on me.
Bold strategy. I like it. Of course, your plan will be no good if you're cut down before reaching their base. What you need is something that'll get you there quick and break through the defenses with a single decisive blow. And we have just that.
If the tracks go straight to the fortress, we can reinforce our train with armor,
load her with all the fuel she'll carry, and send her hurtling and at it to explode on impact.
Chief, are we all insane?
You were just saying how you really believed you were the train's in one piece. Now you want to turn it into a ball. The train's not important. Our dream was to have railroads running from coast to coast, remember? If these invaders have their way, there may not be any more railroads, let alone trains to run on them. Is that what you want? It's a sacrifice we have to make. These good folks are willing to put their lives on the line to get inside the dome and stop us. Least we can do is help. But, Chief,
Listen, no matter how hard things may get, no matter how many times we fall, we can always get back up. As long as we're alive, we can always build another train. Have faith and quit your complaining. What if we fall really, really hard? There's no getting back up if we're dead. No one's dying on this train. I'll see to it myself. Needless to say, this will be a one-way trip. We'll need to jump off at the last moment if we don't want to go out in a blaze of glory. You alright with that? Okay. There's no change in your mind, is there? Just promise me you'll be careful out there, buddy. We'll keep your wife safe. We promise. I'll hold you to it. It's our family business without her, much less a family. It'd be a lie to say the loss of the train doesn't concern me. But with friends and my good friends and my loving wife beside me, all I really need in the end. Here, here. Well, at least it'll go down as the legendary train that saved Tyrol. That it will. But first, we got work to do to see that she'll look the part. I don't know much about Magitech, but if there's anything I can do to help you, you need but say the word. I'll keep that in mind. If any of you are willing and able to lend there's work that needs doing over at the storehouse. It seems we have a path forward. This is a good time for me to return to Tuliyola and inform Kahona of the situation. I shall return as well. I have new investigations to pursue. The dome's elemental aspect is similar to that of the gate in the Golden City. If we can identify a connection, we may learn something of use in our fight. It's one mystery after the next, but at least we're not without clues. It may not be easy, but I know we can get through this together. I'm trying to remember what's the opposite on the elemental wheel for lightning. I think it's Earth. No. It's been a while since I've been in Eureka. even only just having met them, see how important the train is to... See how important the train is to Lolita and the engineers. Can't let their sacrifice be for nothing. While I have no objections to the plan itself, I have one concern. How can we be certain Zerolja will not strike Tuliolo in retaliation? Consider the possibility. When my brother told me to come and prove myself, he meant it. He wants to show that his kingdom is superior to Tuliolo, and it'll give him no satisfaction to attack when he knows I'm not there. No, he'll be waiting inside the dome, waiting for us to challenge him so he can crush us and prove his strength. Indeed. If anything, we're more likely to put Tuliolo in danger by not taking the fight to him. We indulge Zerolja, at least until Tuliolo has shored up its defensive. Correct. Charge in from the front and keep his eyes on us, during which time Kaona will find a way to fortify Tuliolo. If you believe this is the best course, we shall trust in your judgment. I expect there will be no small amount of enemy resistance, but we will do all in our power to assist you. Thank you. Well, time is of the essence. Let's go and see what's left to be done for the train.
Looks like work is getting underway. We'll finish in no time at all.
So what can we do to help? No need to hold back.
As I understand it, the two of you met your fair share of craftsmen during the Rite of Succession. Would you happen to know if you would be willing to come and help us complete modifications to the train?
Of course. What sort of craftsman do you have in mind?
Let's see now.
Perhaps my greatest concern is keeping the train safe from enemy attacks. Even with all you on board defending off, it would be over in an instant if they managed to get just one good hit in the cerulean camp. According to eyewitnesses, the soldiers used lightning-based weapons. Though I would mind if it solved grounding problems. Definitely know a carpenter who could handle that. You could ask for Eagle. Master Carpenter for Hope Economy, I think. It will if you can out of the hazard. Well, just for me, just be sure not to forget their traditional breeding. We need more than just a carpenter who is done with perfection. Needs movement. Can be equipped. I don't suppose you know anyone that's perhaps Sir Merwor could help. Your rumor would be perfect. We'd be hard-pressed to find folks stronger than the Yakui. They'd be willing to help.
Yakui? I'll be damned. I will not want to strike with help like that.
Next, I like to outfit the train with some powerful weaponry of its own. Like as not, the soldiers will be riding their flying vessels. Countermeasures to deal with it. It's true. I probably can't use magic. Or am I handy with a firearm like my brother? Any ideas for range weapons we can use? Install ballistas in the train. Big ones. Ballistas, eh? They'd be powerful, it seems to me. It'd take too long to reload between shots. Some sort of ballista that could reload quickly, then that might work. Weapons aren't exactly my favorite expertise. Perhaps I can be of assistance. The Crystarium employed etheric cannons for its defenses. I see no reason why the Divine cannot be adopted for your train. While I do not conceive them myself, I know their design. It should be possible to build them here, provided we have the requisite materials and skilled space. Now that sounds like something Thunderdome can help with. And that sounds like something Thunderdome can help with. Where are the materials we need? Barrel can be fashioned from any metal, as long as it's highly conductive to either. While the cannon will require fire-activated crystals to the highest purity.
Fire crystals, eh? And we have miners over at the springs can help with that.
Then, I could take the crystals and smiths into one phase. I shall get started drawing up the schematic.
Right then, I'll secure it to smiths.
In the meantime, could you deal with the materials?
Genda is in charge of our supplies. I have to get the time to learn about it first. Oh, I think we're set for a plan. The constellation. Now let's get this train dressed up and give her the proper farewell she deserves.
The plan's coming together. Make good speed. I'm going to try and enlist some more help from among our friends back in Dawntrail. I'll leave the materials in your care. I think I shall send them over to the southeast. Where is it? There it is.
There should be enough lumber for the armor. What else do we need?
Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there.
What can I do you for?
There are cannons. Interesting. I have an idea where we can get the conductive metals, so I'll take care of that. Not sure about the fire crystals, though. Might be best if you spoke directly with a miner. Can I leave that to you? I am a miner. In the sense that I break rocks. You're friends with Ayate, aren't you? One of the best miners around. If anyone can get you the crystals you're after, it's her. I believe we had Taru and Minfilia. They both have experience with mining. Oh, Malzin, what brings you around these parts? I need some mining. Curious fire crystals, you say? I think I heard tell about them before, but what was that about? I remember. The rule anomalous. You can find them to the south of town. They actually ingest fire crystals and keep them in their gut, if you can believe it. If you want purest crystals, though, I'll go after the oldest, toughest anomalous. Nothing you can't handle, right? I'll show you where you can find some to hunt. Look forward to seeing why Aaronville thinks so highly of you. Quite a lot of fiery wildlife in these spots. We think it's due to the ceruleum, but no one can say for sure. Yeah, but no one can say for sure. Well, it's not often you see the bigger dominating sort. That's what you need. What you have to do is hunt down a few of their kind, establish yourself as a threat that's known to draw out the leader. That's a spirit? While you're on the hunt, I'll keep watch nearby to make sure no hapless travelers come stumbling in. Get in the bed. Even though the color seems a bit more like water or ice. Amazing! You did the base in no time at all. Need the crystals delivered to Shenzo. I'll see that it gets it. These fire crystals are for the train, aren't they? Heard about your plans to enter the dome. I want to thank you for going to such lengths to stop these invaders. Though he'd grumble, if he knew I was asking this, please. I know he'd grumble if he knew I was asking this. But please take care of Ellen Eshbia. Anyway, I'd best be on my way, and you as well. In case you're going to meet her, I saw Book Lamont heading for the station. Sansa told me you got the crystal for him. Good work. Just returned from looking for help. For extra help. You see in a moment who answers the call. All will be in readiness for them when they arrive. I'm idle for a moment and all I can think about is my home. Your chin up, Erenville. We'll be on our way soon. We'll find your mother. It'll be good to see her after all these years. So much I'd like to ask her about her time together with Papa. Oh, she'll talk your ears off. Her mother starts, there's no stopping her. I wouldn't want it any other way. Right, let's return to helping where we can. The real work begins when the extra hands arrive. Thanks for making the trek here. To be honest, I wasn't expecting so many of you.
Since the attack on Tuliona, I have been wondering if there was aught I could do to help. So when I heard about the upcoming operation from Bao Town, I leapt at the chance to do my part.
Peace will be restored, and then we can all enjoy a nice cup of mezcal. This is our home, and we'll do whatever it takes to keep it safe. While I assist with the efforts here, High Luminary Gerfurler does the same at the capital. I'm truly grateful. With all of us working together, there's nothing we can't accomplish. Let's get to it, my friends. Oh, if I must. I'm surprised this is not voiced. Yes, let's get to it. Start with eating, drink that. Come on, chat. Up there.
Alright, everyone, that'll do it.
So I can go back.
Alright, everyone, that'll do it.
You've done your part. Leave it to us to finish mounting the armor and cannons, and have yourselves a hard-earned rest. Thank you all for answering the call. No need for thanks now. Whenever you need help, just give us a holler. Indeed. We must all dart apart for our nation imperiled. When our nation is imperiled. Yet here, we Electoral, we love you, Woklama. I love you all too. Your kindness and goodwill will not be in vain. This I promise. Three days that it took. Thanks again for all your help. Wouldn't have been able to finish so quickly without you. Go and rest up, friend. Won't be long before the train's ready. From here on out, we won't stop working till the train's ready. Any preparations? Now would be a good time to see it. One call will come before you know it.
Right, we're just about done with the modifications, but I have to stress that we cannot afford a test run.
It's fine. We understand and accept the risks. We have faith in you and your craft. I'm sure everything will go to plan. With all the hard work everyone's put in, it couldn't be otherwise.
You say that.
Finished at last! Behold, the pinnacle of locomotive engineering, the Dawn Blazer.
Amazing!
Yep, she's been fitted with wooden armor and a crystal grounding rod to mitigate the effects of lightning. Naturally, we had to overhaul the engine so it could handle the extra weight.
I also had her outfitted with the ferric cannons, the better to contend with enemy forces. And as they're modelled upon those used at the Crystarium, I can attest to their potency.
So, what do you reckon? Given the tight turnaround, I'd say we did a damn good job.
Let them try and stop us in this.
Glad she's to your liking. I hate to let go of such a beautiful piece of machinery, but I know you'll give her a proper send-off for us.
At the risk of spoiling the mood, we should probably get moving.
Yep, you won't get far if you let them pummel you from the air, but you'll be safe enough once you reach the tunnel.
In that case, I will conceal the train with a spell once everyone is on board. It should last long enough for us to reach the tunnel unnoticed.
Right. So everyone, are we ready?
Let's rock.
We've done all we can. Rest is up to you.
I won't let you down. All aboard!
Vanish!
Good old Vanish.
At this speed, we should arrive at the dome in no time at all.
But not before we're spotted, I expect. Stay alert!
Either way,
Full steam ahead.
Here we go.
Bogey's incoming.
Stand fast, everyone.
I have to move my sights.
No, you don't.
nice aim, stormtroopers.
Switch to firearms!
Oh dear.
Raha, jump!
They.
I got your back, buds. No touching my pal.
Erinville, I need you to take over for me.
Who's deflecting the bullet? Ken, I'm a machinist. You're not dodging me.
End of the line, everyone!
Alright, time to bounce. Boom!
Oh, that was too close. Still alive, Erinville?
Mostly.
Eh. Well, I'd say we made an impact. In more ways than one.
At last, the enemy stronghold. We should hurry before they can regroup.
Let's go and find out what's inside.
Vanguard. Yeah, I think this is good.
Let's
Maybe
give it our all.
with Alize. Actually, no, wait. Alize is notorious for...
I won't
Use
let
it.
you down.
Alize is notorious for using the limit break. As much as I want to hang with her... Sure. I know what she's like. Besides, Lost One supremacy. Oh boy. nowadays. Let's say we've not seen this like before.
Allow me.
Here we go. As swift as the others. Yeah.
Just the beginning.
Sorry, I'm not really talking as much myself. So sleepy.
There.
again. We all like this jamming.
Now I'll show you.
Hold on.
Moving right along. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Try this!
Oh boy. Oh great. Dodging, but harder. Get in the pit. again. Okay. Yes. Yes.
Now I'll show you.
There's a guy. Such a serious breach should be allowed, but it ends now. Gideon Outrider. Xander the Snake Skinner. Here's a thing in his head. We redeem our honor with your lives. Is their leader? It's not quite. Okay. Okay, we are okay. That's okay.
Just the beginning.
Nope, time for round two. He's become Snakeman.
Try this!
Prepare yourself. Oh boy. Come on. Here we go.
There.
I think this guy stayed too long in the Viper pit. No wait, this guy went into the Viper pit and ate them. He ate all the snakes in the Viper pit. Alright, no more fucking around now. Feel my rage!
What greeted us was not the home that I had left behind. There was no mistaking we had reached Yasulani, and yet it was wholly unlike my memories. The lands of my childhood had changed beyond imagining. To where had I returned? We tread on, the darkened skies above a mirror to my heart, clouded with fear and uncertainty.
How bizarre. This cannot be Yasulani, can it?
Now it has become Lightning Land. Heritage Factory. I see we have ourselves a storm welcome. I was prepared for something strange, but this... another world. Don't understand. Lemonland. It doesn't make sense. That tower, is it always there? No, definitely not. Nor the wall over there. The material's not something we use in Dural. Closer to what we saw at the gate of the Golden City, with those mechanical soldiers. Such a massive structure couldn't possibly have been built in so short a time. I'm inclined to assume that we've been transported to another location. Perhaps. No speculation will avail us not. We need to learn more before we can draw conclusions. Let's take a look around then. Looks like a train station, doesn't it? Must be Yasulani Station, where the passengers disembarked. Perhaps we'll find someone to talk there. Let's go and investigate. I'm pretty sure this is Yatulani Station. I'm gonna say it, but I swear it was abandoned years ago. Not sure what to make of this. Look around a bit more. The building is a rotting husk. Clearly, it has been many years since anyone lived here. Cracks are heavily rusted. It would seem they haven't been tended to for a long while. Terrain turnable. Thick layers of rust, just it has been used in years. Finish poking around, have you? Let's gather everyone then. I want you all to take a look at this. We have ourselves a robot. One of the mechanical soldiers. Unless it's broken, apparently. Let's say its presence confirms that this is indeed Zerolda's domain we're in. What about the rest of you? Did you learn anything? So all evidence suggests this is Yasulani Station. No doubt we're in Yasulani. I don't understand why these buildings are so run down. They were completed barely a year ago. For new structures to deteriorate and enormous ones to appear in a flash. If I didn't know better, I'd say time flows differently here. Is such a thing even possible? We've encountered this phenomenon before, as it so happens. It may be difficult to believe, our world is one of seven. In some respects, they are similar to one another, but in others, wholly different. We call them reflections. Simply put, the rift between dimensions causes time to flow at a different pace in each world. While hours pass in one, years may have come and gone in another. If this is Yasulani, then we should still be in the source. The flow of time should be synchronized. I'm not sure I follow all this talk of reflections and dimensions, but if Arendelle says this is Yasulani, then it must be. Her village is a little further along, right? Arendelle! Oh, yes. The short distance to the northwest. Let's head there next, rather than talk theory. Always better to confirm things firsthand. May I be of assistance? It's still functioning? Doesn't seem to be hostile, at least. So we can ask it some questions. Can you tell us where we are? Unable to confirm credential. Please present citizen identification. Unable to confirm credentials. Confirmed. Confirmed. So, seems it's broken after all. Who's strange by huh? Let's leave it be and get going. Those lightning rods. Would you accompany me for a moment? There's something I wish to investigate. Right behind you. There. The lightning appears to be drawn to those pole-shaped structures over yonder. The design suggests there's some manner of lightning rod. Let's go and take a closer look. The material appears to be the same used in mechanical soldiers and warships. On inspection, it appears to bear fine etchings, reminiscent of arcane runes these. Suspect they're not merely decorative. Would posit it's used to harness lightning as a source of energy. Impressive technology. Share this observation with Gustola. For a blessing, the dome doesn't appear to interfere with link pearls. Thanks for accompanying me. Let's to the village and find the others. The world?
My home. It's in ruins. But why? What happened here? And where is everyone?
I had a look in a few of the other houses, but they had clearly been abandoned.
And in ruins.
Damn it all. None of this makes sense.
Excuse me? Are you looking for someone?
Me? Hmm?
I apologize for giving you a fright. However, I did have reason to keep to the shadows. Sriracha has told me a great deal about you.
Sriracha?
Greetings, and welcome to the realm of Alexandria.
Eh?
I am Sphene, the Queen of Reason.
Queen of Reason? If you are the Queen of Reason, is there perhaps a...
Yes, if
you mean to ask if there is a king of resolve, Zorulja holds that title, and together do we reign.
Then you're both behind the attack on Tulihiola.
And I doubt you're here to offer us a warm reception.
No, you have it all wrong. I am not come to fight. Zorulja rules alongside me, but that is a matter of expedience. In truth, we are at odds, he and I.
Likely story.
It is at considerable risk to myself and my people that I come before you to beg your aid.
Our aid? I'll admit I cannot imagine King Zorulja is keen to share and share alike. But if what you say is true, you're still the queen.
Indeed. But I was once the sole ruler of Alexandria. Until one day, he appeared, bent on conquest. In my weakness, I feared his power. So I persuaded him to forego violence and strike a bargain. I would remain queen, and he would receive technology that would empower him to achieve even loftier ambitions, along with the knowledge to use it. A gamble, to be sure, but if it might spare my people...
If I may, the dome surrounding these lands was erected but recently. How is it he was able to not only invade, but instate a new system of leadership in a mere matter of days?
I've never heard of your realm. And this place is, or at least was, Yasolani. The house I grew up in is still here. But 3 years ago, that tower and these strange contrivances weren't. Nor was our village in ruins. Where did you come from? And what happened to the people who lived here? You must know.
As you can see, we have a lot of questions. Oh. Of all the things to happen, that in the middle of a cutscene. What do you mean? Why? Can't be any maintenance going on. Ah, that's a horse fetish. Game's still going. Okay, give me a moment. That means we're gonna have to rewatch some of the cutscene again.
village in ruins. But why? What happened here? And where is everyone?
I had a look in a few of the other houses, but they had clearly been abandoned.
Damn it all. None of this makes sense.
Excuse me? Are you looking for someone? I apologize for giving you a fright. However, I did have reason to keep to the shadows. Sorolja has told me a great deal about you.
Sorolja?
Greetings, and welcome to the realm of Alexandria. I am Sphene, the Queen of Reason.
Queen of Reason?
If you are the Queen of Reason, is there perhaps a...
Yes, if you mean to ask if there is a King of Resolve. Sorolja holds that title, and together do we reign.
Then you are both behind the attack on Tulihiola.
And I doubt you're here to offer us a warm reception.
No, you have it all wrong. I am not come to fight. Sorolja rules alongside me, but that is a matter of expedience. In truth, we are at odds, he and I. It is at considerable risk to myself and my people that I come before you to beg your aid.
Our aid? I'll admit I cannot imagine King Sorolja is keen to share and share alike. But if what you say is true, you're still the Queen.
Indeed. But I was once the sole ruler of Alexandria. Until one day, he appeared, bent on conquest. In my weakness, I feared his power. So I persuaded him to forego violence and strike a bargain. I would remain queen, and he would receive technology that would empower him to achieve even loftier ambitions, along with the knowledge to use it. A gamble, to be sure, but if it might spare my people...
If I may, the dome surrounding these lands was erected but recently. How is it he was able to not only invade, but instate a new system of leadership in a mere matter of days?
I've never heard of your realm. And this place is, or at least was, Yasolani. The house I grew up in is still here. But 3 years ago, that tower and these strange contrivances weren't. Nor was our village in ruins. Where did you come from? And what happened to the people who lived here? You must know!
I realize how confusing this all must be. Truth be told, I don't fully understand it myself. What I can say is that one day, people from your Tuliolol suddenly appeared here in Alexandria. Or perhaps it was we who found ourselves in Tuliolol. Until but recently, we were completely unaware of events taking place beyond the barrier surrounding our realm.
Does this not remind you of the Crystal Tower? How, after the 8th Umbral Calamity, we devised a means to transport the Spire across time and space from the source unto the first. Granted, this is on a much larger scale, if that is indeed what has happened. Not only the people and structures, but also the surrounding environment. Regardless, the people of Lakeland perceived the arrival of the Crystal Tower much as the Queen describes her own experience. Sudden and inexplicable.
Well then, you appear to have a better grasp of our circumstances than we do. Indeed, more than I dared hope. In which case, a closer examination of the effects of this phenomenon may afford us more insights. Allow me to take you to the outskirts. A number of the Shatona live there as well. Perhaps your acquaintances are among them.
Hold on. If we accept, there's no guarantee we're not walking into a trap.
But if we're to defeat Zorolja, we need to understand how he grew so strong. Besides...
You're right.
Queen Sphene, before we go, Your Majesty, I have to ask, did you really have nothing to do with the attack on Tuliolol?
Noble Wuklamart, shall we dispense with the formalities? I'll not deny the soldiers and airships that attacked your people are products of Alexandria. But it was Zorolja, not we, who fashioned them into weapons of war and laid siege to Tuliolol.
So he alone is to blame.
No, I may not have prosecuted this war, but I nevertheless bear responsibility for it.
Perhaps. I know next to nothing about you, let alone what you've been through. So by all means, show us around. I think we'll learn a lot from meeting more people.
Wonderful! If you would follow me.
We have chosen diplomacy. Isn't it a little odd for the Queen to be walking about on her them?
Is that concern or suspicion?
Both?
If things should take a turn for the worse, might I call upon your aid? I jest, of course. But you do strike me as the most capable here.
You're not... That's not untrue. Okay, I think I might have explained this in the first video I did of this, of the most recent patch. But I was very sus of Sphene. I mean, for the reason that her appearance, at least a little, I had very faint Asahi vibes from her. think it goes without saying, but we're not going to trust her just like that, right? Any way you look at it, a mysterious girl who appears out of nowhere, proclaiming herself a queen, is suspicious. I'm glad that we're on the same page, Alice. Well, having established that we should be wary, we could use more information. Let's head to this place, the outskirts, and see what we can learn. About Sphene as well. Pardon me. Happy birthday. Again, I have, like, a thing of Coke with me. Plus, you have similar farming facilities in Tural. They're completely different from ours. I have no idea what all those machines do. You settled on this approach after some trial and error. The Turali have their own methods of farming, which they wanted to continue employing. But the environment makes it challenging. There's too much rain and not enough light. Thankfully, the use of electrope has allowed us to fortify the buildings here, as well as provide what nature cannot. Electrope. A material we use for myriad devices and applications. Topic for another time, perhaps. If you would follow me, we're nearly to the outskirts. We have just discovered their wonder material. And some levity in Levin.
Here we are. Though you'll doubtless find much of what you see in Alexandria strange, the traditional agriculture practiced in this village at least should be familiar.
Queen Sphene? What business brings her here, I wonder?
The Queen has come!
You look well, Paquine. And Catogne, I see you've already taken to your new position.
When she introduced herself as queen, I was expecting someone colder. Honestly, she reminds me of you, Lamachi.
Me?
It's only natural for a ruler to love her people. And I should like to know them as best I can. Even the most trifling details.
You were one step ahead of some Garleans I knew.
The more you come to know them, the more you grow to love them. Who they are and what they've built.
That's it. Beautifully put.
And it would appear that she is well loved in turn.
Your Majesty, you honor us with your presence. And who are these fine people?
Tuliolo's vow of resolve Wuk-Lamart and her companions. They come from beyond the barrier, but you needn't worry. They are good people and are to be treated as my honored guests.
The rumors of a link to the outside are true, then. Wuk-Lamart is still so young. where are my manners? I am Popone, a leader of sorts of the people living out here.
Papone? That is a Tonawaktan ring to it.
Right you are. I take it you hail from this region as well? Teshpiani, perhaps?
Yes, I do. I don't suppose you know a woman by the name of Kafkiwa?
Kafkiwa? I'm afraid I'm not sure if I've ever met someone with that name.
Oh. Mother isn't here. But it's a relief to know at least some of the people of Yasulani are alive and well.
Your mother, you say? Now that you mention it, I do see the resemblance.
Mm-hmm.
You know my mother?
I do. Yes.
What's with the tone shift?
Then tell me, please. Where is she?
I cannot say. Not here, but I promise I will in due time.
I have a question, Pepone. Do you recall what happened the day the dome first appeared?
The barrier? Well, I remember fixing a shelf that had collapsed after a terrible earthquake. Then the ground began to tremble. There was a brilliant flash of light, and then... Forgive me, my recollection of it all is rather poor.
You needn't push yourself, Popone. After 30 years, no one could blame you for not remembering.
What?
30 years? As in 30 years in the past?
Absurd though it may sound, there is no doubt in my mind the events that led to the joining of our lands occurred 30 years ago. Which is not to say I understand why our perceptions of the intervening time are so radically different. We only just became aware of the discrepancy when Zoralja's military base was completed, and we were at last able to venture beyond the barrier.
I believed you long dead. To have the chance to kill you myself is an unforeseen blessing.
Years. Little wonder Zoralja assumed our father had already passed away.
Or why his scales were so dull.
It's not unlike how time passes differently in the First and the Source. The fluctuating space of the rift between them disrupting temporal equivalence. Perhaps the same holds true here, and time flowed faster within the dome.
Meaning this place is... You mean this is a piece of another reflection?
I cannot say for certain, but I strongly suspect that to be the case. And based on the Queen's account, this encampment may have come to serve as a physical bridge between the two planes, after which the dome was forced into the Source's temporal flow.
If we're to be certain of anything, we need more information. Sphene, would it be all right if we had a look around and spoke with the townspeople?
By all means.
Time to see what we can see of Alexandria, then.
and its people. I may yet find familiar faces among the survivors from Yasolani.
Even if I don't understand the half of it, I would learn more of this place before we confront Zorolja.
Perhaps you'd care to see how we make our living. Though we have always prided ourselves on the use of traditional Tonawatan farming methods, the use of electro-fueled technologies has led to countless agricultural innovations.
I would join you as well.
Ma'am, please, you needn't trouble yourself.
It's no trouble at all. And I promise not to cause any manner of distraction.
Reassuring words, or they would be had I not heard them countless times before. Very well, but do be careful.
Of course. I shall proceed with the utmost care. Now then, if you two would follow me, we can begin the tour.
Kind of like Woklamox if she talked like Alize and Alphino.
I can't say that I trust her yet, but I trust that her affection for these people is genuine. And that's enough for me.
I'm with you there. Yep. Yeah. Electro has done much to improve the efficiency of their farming. It replaced everything. The people wanted to preserve their old way of life. We did not want to force ours upon them. We went to such lengths so that our cultures could coexist, even going so far as to learn our tongue. Everyone appreciated that. Communication was thankfully not an issue, for the Turali tongue is surprisingly similar to Alexandrian. Of course, there are words and phrases for which there is no equivalent, but those can be taught with minimal effort. With mutual respect, understanding, and patience, we Alexandrians and Turali have learned a great deal from one another. And I am sure there is much you wish to learn as well. Please, if you have any questions, do not hesitate to ask. I think now's a good time as any to conclude the stream, surprisingly enough. Thank you all for tuning in, those who decided to drop on by. As always, you can follow me on Blue Sky at Rippington. That's RIPPINGTON. And hopefully I'm not gonna be as exhausted next week, so that I can actually stream. And hopefully I can go back to streaming on a regular basis again. I would very much like to do that. But yeah, for now and as always, until next time, folks, see you later inside the Thunderdome.